try and see if I can put both of them next to each other, turning at the same speed, so you can actually see what reactions we get with what I've just done. And then what I'll do is I will just put the other one up. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Lois Hook Pottery. I was just doing something and suddenly thought that you guys may wish to recap over a piece that I did last year. I'm replicating. Let me show you what I did last year. This is lava fleck clay. It's a vase I made last year, and what I did is I have put on with a slip trailer a number of glaze colours by doing a swirly pattern over the top and relayering. Now what I've done, ignore the dent here, my husband broke the pot, but I'm using it by the fireplace at the moment. But inside that is deep olive speckle, and then on the outside I have used deep olive speckle, smoky merlot, deep fire brick and deep sienna speckle to give me this sort of reaction, which I really liked. So I'm replicating that on a bowl. So again, the deep olive speckle in the middle, and for want for a better word, a vase thing that I've done, but the same inside. So I am going to share with you how I'm doing that. Now, the bit of kit that I'm using to do it is this, and you won't see it for ceramics. By accident, this was for cleaning a lens of a camera. It normally has a puffer hole to let the air in at the back, and I've sealed that up, and it makes the most wonderful slip trailer, quite easy to clean out. And basically what I do is I have a syringe, squeeze the air out of the ball, put the glaze in, and use that as a technique. So I have now done smoky merlot on this one. I'm now going to do smoky merlot on this one. So let me just check the distance of the camera, and I'll bring you in, and then you can actually... Okay, so on the last one, this one that I've done here, let me bring this right into the camera. On this one, I have done the green first, haven't I? And then I've gone over with the darker layers. So in this case, I've changed it up. I'm going to do the green last and do the darker layers first. So let's show you with this one. Let's just check where I can. Yeah, that's about right. So basically what I'm doing is this sort of thing. And that is the smoky merlot part. So let's just have a look. I have a little bit of a thumbprint there. We don't want that, so I shall just get a... Sorry, I'm a bit below. Take that off. That's because I put my finger in that bit. Okay, so I'll let that dry, and then I shall change over and get a different colour next. So basically what you do with this is you take the end of the slip trailer off, and you pour in anything you haven't used back into the pot, and clean it out thoroughly before you put the next colour in. Right, see you in a sec. Okay, so the next colour that I'm going to use is deep sienna speckle. I've shook it. I'm just going to take some, I'm going to squeeze the ball. Sorry, I'm just trying to check where I am there. Squeeze the ball and put in a couple of syringes full. So just squeeze it and wipe it back. Okay, so with this one, oh, let me just check it's running. That's enough. Okay. There's a couple of bits to wipe off. And then with this one, there you are. I'm going to put that upside down actually, let it run that way, that time. Now, what I will do, I think, is I might get the hairdryer on both of those, get those bits dry before I don't mind anything up close. I think we had one, yeah, we had one little piece that went over to the edge, which I don't want. Cool. Okay, I'll be back with you in a minute and we'll just get those two dry. Okay, so this now is deep fabric. I'm going to do exactly the same procedure. When I've done this before with white, using a white underglaze, if you like, snow, and then I've done this with the metallic glazes, I put too much on. It's very easily done. It's actually little is more, almost. Okay, so. Now what I'm going to do with the deep fabric is I'm actually going to put it in the bottom and the top groove and then green in the middle. So I will get myself set up to do that on, so I lean on something. Okay, so what I've done here is I've dried it all properly, and then I'm going to just too much. Wipe that off and start again. Try that again without so much. Okay, so as I said, this is Art Deco green, but not too much. Now, it has a tendency to move, doesn't it? Deep olive, the Art Deco green. So let me turn it up that way. See how that's run? So I think what we'll do is we will, it doesn't matter if it runs because that's fine. But I need to wipe off where it's jumped over. Put a bit of just wipe off the excess that's just happened on this one, and we'll do the last colour. Okay, and then the last bit is the deep olive speckle. It may be that the red should have been on the top, but can you see that? Am I in the right place? Sit that way, they can run the other way, and then the same for this one. I'm going to do that so that it sits that way. I've then got to do that inner line, haven't I? Let's dry that and we can have a look and see what it looks like. I'd forgotten to scratch my name in the bottom. I've had to just do it with the deep, well, the glaze. But this gives you an idea of what those layers look like in their raw state. And then what we can do is compare the two of them when they come out of the kiln. Now, if I'm really clever, if we find a marker place, look, there's my stamp there. If we start with that there, and then what I'll do is I will try and see if I can put both of them next to each other, turning at the same speed. So you can actually see what reactions we get with what I've just done. And then what I'll do is I will just put the other one up. I'm not sure if this area here is too empty. The glaze, when it is fired, the clay when it's fired is absolutely interesting in its own right, so I think it's important to try and leave a section. That's sort of to show you what we've got with this one, and I will cut back to when they come out the kiln.